the little way. Do what you can. Take the next right step. For people of any tradition, of any ethnicity, of any country, this is what we're called to right now. Moving forward together in love. And Catholics especially, it's infuriating to see that we can pontificate online about theological issues and what the Pope said and how this doesn't align with tradition, how this person's not the Pope, they're actually a heretic, how we can condemn everybody else and all other traditions, and no end of fighting. Not just fighting with those outside, but infighting. But it's a time for unity. It's a time to show forth what Christ truly does for people who follow him. I am still not permitted to say what Pope John said in Pacem in Terris. Reason? That is not the job of a monk. It is for the bishops. Certainly it has a basis in monastic tradition. Monacae plangentis non docentis est officium. The job of the monk is to weep, not to teach. But with things here, our cheese business and all the other plangent functions we have undertaken, it seems strange that a monk should be forbidden to stand up for the truth, particularly when the truth, in this case, is disastrously neglected. A grim insight into the stupor of the Church, in spite of all that has been attempted, all efforts to wake her up, it all falls into place. Pope Pius XII and the Jews, the Church in South America, the treatment of Negroes in the US, the Catholics on the French right in the Algerian affair, the German Catholics under Hitler. All this fits into one big picture, and our contemplative recollection is not very impressive when it is seen only as another little piece fitted into the puzzle. The whole thing is too sad and too serious for bitterness. I have the impression that my education is beginning, only just beginning, and that I have a lot more terrible things to learn before I can know the real meaning of hope. There is no consolation, only futility in the idea that one is a kind of martyr for a cause. I am not a martyr for anything, I am afraid. I wanted to act like a reasonable, civilized, responsible Christian of my time. I am not allowed to do this, and I am told I have renounced this. Fine. In favor of what? In favor of a silence which is deeply and completely in complicity with all the forces that carry out oppression, injustice, aggression, exploitation, war. In other words, silent complicity is presented as a greater good than honest, conscientious protest. It is supposed to be part of my vowed life, is for the glory of God. Certainly I refuse complicity. My silence itself is a protest, and those who know me are aware of this fact. I have at least been able to write enough to make that clear. Also, I cannot leave here in order to protest, since the meaning of any protest depends on my staying here. Anyway, I am definitely silenced on the subject of nuclear war.